Hello, and welcome to the elementary school in Disan, Mali. The Disan School is the first of 10 elementary schools that African Sky is building in rural Mali for our big 10 for 2010 campaign. I brought you here today to share with you a story, an inspirational story about international friendship. You see, shortly after the Disan School was built, I received an email from a teacher at Keith Elementary in Winter Springs, Florida. That teacher, Mr. Sanders, explained to me that he and his students wanted to help build a school in rural Mali. And from that first moment on, I knew that Winter Springs, African Sky, Mr. Sanders, and all his students were setting off on a long and wonderful friendship. In less than 2 years, the students, teachers, and parents of Keith Elementary worked together and raised enough money to build their sister school in rural Mali. So, why don't you join me, and we'll leave Winter Springs, Florida, to visit Soumabougou, Mali, a community that's more than excited about their new elementary school. Just before I started working with Mr. Sanders and his students to build a sister school for Keith Elementary, I had visited Soumabougou, Mali, a small village on the banks of the river Niger. After meeting with local officials and African Sky's in-country program directors, we came to the conclusion that Soumabougou would be an ideal place for one of our 10 schools in the 10 for 2010 campaign. On the day we made the official announcement, people came from as far as 8 hours away just to hear the news. Once our country director, Tom Betrore, made the announcement, village leaders all gave speeches, and in the end, they gave us a really special dance. After the dancing, the entire village walked over to the site for the new Soumabougou school, and it was there that the mayor, the village chief, and several others were given the honor of laying a ceremonial first brick. I should have paid a little closer attention when the mayor laid that first brick, because when it became my turn, I did okay, but as you'll see in a second, they had to remind me of a very important final step. After laying those first bricks, we all went to dedicate the school's new well, and it was me that was given the honor of pulling up the very first pail. After finishing with the formalities at the school site, we all walked about a quarter mile to the river's edge, where I was in for yet another major surprise. To celebrate our new friendship, the people of Soumabougou held a major boat race, a tradition that goes back centuries for this riverside village. As the two boat teams took their positions on the river's edge, each one of them was given a flag. The one on the left got an American flag, the one on the right took a Malian flag. Nothing like a little friendly competition to make the race even more exciting. Both teams paddled their way to the other side of the river, where the race would begin in just a few short moments. As the two boats took their starting position, the rest of us back on shore were getting excited, wondering which of the two teams would make it back first to capture not only the flag, but the prize. As the two teams rounded the last corner, everyone got more and more excited, wondering who was it going to be, the American team or the Mali team. After the American team claimed its very close victory, we all started dancing and drumming to celebrate a really great day. Refusing to be outdone by the drummers and the traditional dancing, the youth of the village went and grabbed a huge radio and started to show off some of their own moves. After the youth finished showing off their moves, the women of the village got together and they led us in a big unity dance, which is actually a really special way to say goodbye. As I joined the circle, I looked around and started to reflect on what an amazing day we had just had and how incredible the people of Soumabougou are. And that led to a tricky question. I needed a sponsor for the new Soumabougou school, and I just didn't know where in the world I would find a place that was as generous, as loving, and as kind as the people of Soumabougou. A few months later, I found myself at Keith Elementary talking with Mr. Sanders, his students, and all of his colleagues, and it was then that I realized that I had already found the perfect sister school for Soumabougou. Its name was Keith Elementary. When I returned to Soumabougou several months later, I asked the village leaders if I could hold a special meeting with the kids of the village, because these are the kids that one day will be attending the Keith Elementary Sister School in Soumabougou. While most of their parents were out working in the fields, I got together with the children and explained to them that they had some new friends in a place called Florida. The response was overwhelming. The kids started chanting, "Mali, America! Mali, America!" And then before I knew it, one of the elder women of the village came forth, grabbed the microphone, and gave some blessings. Blessings to Soumabougou, blessings to Keith Elementary, blessings to Winter Spring, and blessings to everyone in the African Sky, Winter Springs, Soumabougou friendship. Insisting that we record her message, she explained that all of the kids that you see around in this picture, they don't go to school, and they wouldn't go to school, unless for the efforts of their dear friends at Keith Elementary. So, on behalf of the children and all the people of Soumabougou, as well as the entire African Sky family, we thank you, Keith Elementary. We thank you, Winter Springs, the parents, the teachers, and especially all the students. As global citizens, you reached across the ocean in friendship, and in so doing, you changed thousands of lives. Every year, in perpetuity, you will know that 150 children in Soumabougou, Mali, will be going to a school that wasn't there until you made something happen. Well, the children of Soumabougou are certainly excited about their very first day of school. They told me there's something else that excites them even more. They're ready for you to come visit. So know that this village, these young children, their parents, their grandparents, everyone. They're in Soumabougou, and they're waiting for you.